Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Nadila MR Sadela, NIM 22882030006. In this occasion, I would like to deliver my presentation about teaching English for young learners. In the first introduction, early childhood education basically aims to provide stimulation on all aspects of child development, among other physical, intellectual, social, emotional, and language development in order to develop optimally. Each aspect of child development influence each other. As an early childhood education teacher, teacher must realize that do not make the child age too much as the basis of their maturity. There are several factors that influence the maturity of children, including their culture, their environment, gender, parental experience, and so on. Thus, the activities that we give to children early age, including the provision of English lesson, must be adjusted to their abilities and stages of their development. The second point is principle teaching English for young children early. Who children learn English and also who to teach it is very depending on their development level. Early childhood give response to language based on what they do or what they can do with it. Young children have the advantage that they like to imitate, and they are often unaware of the love, and they are usually ready to enjoy the activities that the teacher has prepared by the teacher for them. This factor means it easy to maintain high level of motivation and make teaching English language teaching into something that enjoyable experience for the children. In providing English lesson, we must adjust to the level of development level. The scope of the material that we can give to young children include name of color, number up to 10, family, animals, fruit and vegetables, part of the body, I am or you are, there is or there are, I like or I don't like, and so on. This imitation constitutes the scope of English language teaching for early childhood in general. Give all or none or even supplement with other materials depending on the ability of the child and the teacher who know better. The environment is very influential on the level of mastery of English in children early age. Below are some of the things that need to be considered in providing activities for teaching English to children. The first activities should be simple enough for children to understand. The second, the text should be appropriate to their abilities. The third activity must be based on spoken language. Of course, for early childhood listening activities are also given a large enough version. And the last, writing activities should be avoided for early childhood. English language for children early age. To provide educational service in early childhood, we must understand the characteristics of early childhood and know the needs according to their level of development. Thus we can provide activities that suit their needs and in the right way. In accordance with the word of early childhood, they learn thoughts, play, and play is a learning process for them. So, we provide activities to them must be in a way that suits their word namely play. There are several methods or ways in providing activities in teaching English, among others. The first, games and songs with action. The second, total physical response activities. The third, text that involve coloring, cutting, and sticking. And the fourth, simple repetitive stories. And the last, simple repetitive speaking activities. These English teaching methods are activities that have communicative value in language. These activities will have communicative value if they are packed in their phase called PPP, namely presentation, practice, and production. The presentation phase. In this presentation phase, the teacher introduces some vocabulary, and there things must be clear what it means, what it is used, and how it is said. And the practice phase, it is very important for children to get enough opportunities to practice English. They can do listening and speaking activities by imitating and repeating. They can do this individually, in pairs, in groups, or classically. Keep in mind that practicing English can only be done when children understand the English they are speaking. And the last, the production phase. It is stage of expression. Children are expected to use the English they have learned after learning the classroom. For example, singing English songs at home, memorizing words, or telling others about the English have learned. The last point is conclusion. Whatever methods and activities we give to children, the most important thing is can create an atmosphere and can be enjoyed by children, so that children are happy use English in their daily life and always long for the activities that we give them. Learning English is joyful and having fun. That's all for my presentation today. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.